Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Rakha, Chodash.
Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to sincere Ak. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom, La Bachayar, Yum, Shal Yasha'Allah, meaning peace to the election of the nation of Israel. First of all, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Chakodash. Call Allah, Yom La Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai, B'Hashem, Chakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutation to all sincere Achim. They're out there lifting up the names of Yahweh, B'Hashem, Yahushai in all true sincerity. Of course, making their bodies a living sacrifice, and especially working out their salvation in all truth and sincerity at this time. I'm the brother Mappa from Great Millstone Plaintables Camp, located here in the city of Babylon, right, Arslagia, in Babylon, okay, in the city of Philadelphia, which isn't Great Babylon, which Babylon is America, all right. Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, is talking about America. All right, which is expected to be destroyed in the very near future because it's biblical prophecy. All right, and Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, the Lord, the Most High, his name is Yahweh, and his only begotten son's name is Yahushai. All right, they have a remnant that's going to be delivered on this side, which is the elect. All right, which is starting firstly with the men. All right, the prophets are Nabayayim of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, those who of course speak the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, receive visions from Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, received of course the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, and whom have the testimony, all right, of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, whom are the witness of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. All right, they of course will speak the words of Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai, in which the rest of the 1/3, okay, will receive, which are men, women, and children, and believe in, okay, and they will of course shawab, all right, or return to their power, which is Yahweh B'Hashem Yahushai. And of course those people that are returning are all Israelites, okay, which the Israelites, the Hebrew Israelites, okay, are the Lord's chosen people, and that consists of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, and of course, since our seed has been scattered across the four winds, you have it where some of our people may look like the heathen, but their lineage actually go back to the nation of Israel. All right, so this isn't a thing about color. This is all about, of course, the stock, the kindred, all right, the tribe of Israel. Okay, so we're gonna get into this really quick. It shouldn't be a long lesson, which it reads here that the U.S. Senate approves of spending bill to avoid government shutdown. It says the United States Senate has passed a spending bill and border security bill adverting a second government shutdown. Now, if you didn't know, this government shutdown, all right, if I get into it, actually the government actually was supposed to well, the government was open, Slakia, for only 3 weeks. Okay, it had about 35-day shutdown, if I'm not mistaken, in which it began around December 22nd, if not mistaken. All right, so then of course Donald Trump gave it until the 15th, okay, for the two houses, all right, the House of the Senate, House of Representatives, to reach an agreement, okay, to avert another government shutdown, okay. which a part of that he wanted was a bill which would include the $5.7 billion, which is required to build his wall, which he wants to, of course, build a wall on the southern border, which would prevent so-called immigrants from entering the country illegally. Of course, also hiring more border security, okay, with the Customs and Border Protection Agency and such, to, of course, bring in advanced technology for them to perform their job, and just some of the things they, of course, had proposed. Now, you have it where we're reading this article, which was published. This was at February the 14th. Okay, it's currently the 15th. I'm going to continue to read. It says that lacking the funding, okay, for the President Trump's border wall. So this current bill, which is proposed, it lacks the actual funding, okay, because when we go into it, he needs $5.7 billion, which he requested. It says the bill opens the door to Trump's declaring a national emergency. A national emergency, of course, allows for many executive powers to be given, obviously, to the president, okay, which that entails sufferance, all right, for you Israelites and all of you, of course, that have believed in Donald Trump. It gives, of course, the president, okay, the authority. He could actually, this is basically declaring martial law, okay. And they can, of course, enter your house, all right, and seize, of course, you and your goods. And there's many other different laws, your bank accounts, various things, which I'll leave a link to the Zakon, which means elder Tazadakba, all right, his lesson, which he made, that went very in-depth and thoroughly into the government shutdown, into actually what the executive orders mean, okay, so that you can, of course, know exactly the fullness of what this actually means, or actually what it actually means for you people. All right, so it reads here that the bill is expected to be passed by the Democrat-controlled House, and from there moves to the White House, right, which is this is the legislative branch, and then it's going to go to the executive branch, which that's where Donald Trump is. While Trump is expected to sign it, the president has made it clear he will declare a national emergency to get funding for his wall. He, of course, mentioned that he has all options on the table, and that, of course, is one of them, okay, to be able to allocate the funds in order to build the wall in which he wants, okay. It says the bill provides just 1.375 billion for fencing, all right, at the U.S. Mexican border, a far cry from the 5.7 billion Trump has requested. And I mean, this is pretty hypocritical, because the so-called Democrats and House of Representatives and such, Nancy Pelosi, she, of course, had mentioned about and declared that there's not going to be any money going to no wall. It's a complete waste of money, as has been said, okay. And then now you have it where there's this partial funding in which they are pay past, of course, and proposing, okay. It's been, of course, approved, okay, by both houses, okay, or both chambers, if you would say, okay. So now going into it, and as you can see, Trump will declare national emergency as he signs a watered down wall funding bill, right? And it's watered down because they don't have all the funding he needs in order to achieve exactly what he is he deems as fit, okay, and sufficient for the nation's security, okay. This is the place of unwalled villages as a weak security, all right, and it will be touched by ICBM fire, nuclear fire. It will be invaded by foreign troops. This place, of course, is going to be destroyed. Thus said the Lord Yahweh by Shemal Shai in the scriptures. All right. So it says the spending bill passed the Senate with a vote of 83 to 16 on Thursday, which was yesterday. it provides over 22 billion of border security initiative. It says including upgrade technology at ports of entry, which I mentioned that in briefly, assistance for illegal immigrants apprehended crossing the border, and more border patrol hires. It will fund the government through the end of the fiscal year and providing 1.9% pay raise for federal workers, as well as a $1 billion increase in the funding for the Census Bureau. Both parties have framed the bill as a victory. The Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell voiced approval of Trump's decision to use the national emergency to requisition the more money for his wall. You hear they saying it's his wall, it's all about him, and make it possessive. Says the Republicans pointed to the addition of more steel slate borders and fencing as a win. Yeah, he wants steel, he don't want concrete. It says Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer called the bill a fair compromise, noting that they got in the way without funding the president's expansive and ineffective wall. So they're saying that they of course evaded getting away, but it says covering a wide area for expansive, because if I'm not mistaken, I have to go into the amount of wall, amount of miles which Donald Trump wanted for this particular wall. It might be about, I've read something like they have about 55 miles. All right, let me see if I could go into it, but I think he wants about 200 and something miles of actual wall. Okay. Now I have to actually find that information, and I may have to go back and do a lesson on it just to bring out the information, which I am of course mentioning. So we're just gonna go down to the scriptures, okay, because we have damn devils that are ruling, as is written in the book of Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces thereof, if not, who is he? All right, roughly paraphrasing, which the wicked are the Edomites, all right, Adawamium, okay, which Achim have been calling them red Hebrew Israelite, or Slakia, or excuse me, red Hebrew Edomites, okay, because they do come out of the line of Shem, all right, but they are not the chosen, they are the Edomites, okay. You have it where two nations were fighting in the womb of what was that, Rebecca, if my name is mistaken, when you go read back in the book of Genesis, or about Ashiyah 25 or 25th chapter, okay, which I just want to quickly fact check that because I always get the names mixed up. Rachel and Rebecca, I get them mixed up at times. So it was Rebecca, and that was the wife of Yatazaquak, which is Isaac, which means laughter. He laughs, okay, in the Hebrew, which that was actually Yahweh Shai, okay, one of his reincarnations, okay, because that's biblical. And because of course through Isaac, which he was Yahweh Shai, that was one of his reincarnations, as I have mentioned. He gave certain blessings, all right, to Esau, Edom, okay, the Edomites, which he of course received the blessing of the dew of heaven, okay, the best places, okay. It was prophesied that he will break the yoke off his neck. I have to go into that one. All right, let me see if I have to slack you. I believe it's in the book of Genesis, the 25th chapter. Yeah, and I'm just reading it out. Yeah, Genesis 25 and 23. The Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 matter of people shall be separated from thy bowels. The 2 nations, of course, is the nation of, you have it where the 12 tribes of Israel came out of Yaquab, or Jacob, which means supplanter, and you have the nation of Edom. And so you have they're the wicked. It says, and one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger, right? Which that's what these Edomites are going to do. They're going to serve us, because we came out after Esau, and the blessing, of course, was given to, all right, Jacob or Israel, all right, because Esau, what he did, he sold his birthright, and that's why you see all these things are going on. Esau making these pretty rash, impatient decisions, okay, because he's impatient anyway. So yeah, it says, and after that, Arsaki says, and when her days were to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb, and the first came out red, all over like a hairy garment, and they call his name Ishaw or Esau, which means waste away is he. All right, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold of Esau's heel, and his name was called Jacob, which we're gonna pull down, of course, Esau. All right, as is written in the scriptures, the saints shall take the kingdom. All right, it says, and Isaac was 70 years when she bare them. Okay, now, you know, you could go into the book of Genesis, the 27th chapter, and it goes into, of course, let's see if that's the 27th chapter, where it goes into, I believe, the blessing, okay, that Isaac gave. All right, so you can just read that on your own, because I don't want to make this go too long, but they do have the dual heaven, you know, written down there, okay, as I had mentioned. But I just didn't want to mix up that whole thing with the to break the yoke off his neck. But just go and search it out. But I'm gonna continue on for now, okay, and go into these scriptures. Just wanted to speak about Jacob and Esau, because Donald Trump, he's an Edomite, okay, and these most of these people that were within these political bodies, all right, so-called Republicans and so-called Democrats, you know, which is not, but you go to plebeians and the patricians, I believe, you go back into, you know, the history and stuff, all right. They are all deceivers, okay, they're devils, okay. So it says here, a wise man will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man, a wise man, is well ordered. And we don't have a government that's ruled by a prudent man. We have it that where it's ruled by a proud man who is very foolish, okay, and absolutely as sha'awah, death, okay, as you know, hell, all right, which is the grave, okay, a lower state. And he wants you Israelites to be destroyed, and that's why he would, of course, declare a national emergency, okay, because it gives him powers in which he normally wouldn't, of course, have, okay, allowing him to get these different monies, all right, acquired for his wall. It says, as the judge of the people is himself. So as the judge, or judge, which is it's a shapat, or I have to go back into it in Hebrew, I'm not sure. I know Don, let me see, they mean judge, but I might go into that anyway another time. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers, and what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are they that dwell therein. So you have obviously the people that are underneath Donald Trump, underneath his rulership, which is ruled by what? This is the nothing but the rebirth of the Roman Empire, okay, which the Edomites are ruling. All right, Romans or Edomites, okay. They, of course, are wicked. So the rest of the people obviously are under that spell, that vibration, which they're under gross darkness. Gross darkness covered the people. It says, an unwise king destroyed his people. These Edomites destroyed their own selves, all right, with these different bills which they propose, which you have the curses fall on them and everything amongst this. A lot of people gonna die in this coming race wars, civil wars. Okay, this actual economic collapse is coming to America and across the world. It says, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, a city shall be inhabited. It says, the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable. Yeah, he's gonna set up, of course, Yahweh Shai, all right, and Malak Dawadah, the house of David, 144,000, all right, and of course they're gonna rule as the governing body, all right, 144,000 under Yahweh Shai and King David to rule this earth in all righteousness, and that's the kingdom is gonna be, all right. In this, they're gonna judge the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, they're gonna be, of course, ruling with the rods of iron and such, and they're gonna, of course, execute the law, statutes, commandments. How about Shem Yahshai? And all you nations gonna have to listen. If not, you're gonna get destroyed. Okay, you're gonna get put to death. All right, continually. All right. So it says here, and you Edomites gonna get destroyed after 1,000 years. Real, but So it says here that I'm gonna just go down to verse 8. It says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, this place is by nothing but rape, robbery, and murder. All right, it's established by blood, and thus, you know, it ain't gonna be cleansed except but from one who shed it, roughly paraphrasing. All right, so this place has to be, all right, destroyed, and someone has to pay the tab for all of the wickedness that has been done, and that's you Edomites. Okay, obviously the 2/3 are gonna get their judgment too, and the rest of the nations too, but you Edomites, who the earth was given unto the hand of the wicked, all right, so you have to pay for what you've done. Okay, as is written, he that leaveth into captivity shall go into captivity, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. This is the patient faith of the saints of the Israelites. They're the only ones that have been made Quadash, or separate. All right, separate people from the rest of the nations. Now going on, it says the kingdom, or Hamalakwa, is translated from one people, all right, to another. It's going to be translated to us. Okay, you can read that. You know, as I mentioned back in Genesis 25th chapter, how about the elder shall serve the younger. Also read here in the Apocrypha, I believe 2nd Ezra 6th chapter, about what is it? Jacob is Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. All right. It says, why is earth and ashes proud? All right. And there is nothing more wicked than a covetous man, for such and one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth he casteth away his bowels. All right, and Esau is wicked. All right, he's nothing but a man, a mortal man. Okay, earth and ashes. Okay, and he's lower than the earth. He's a no man when you go into it, as is written. He's viler than the earth. Okay, how are you proud? All right, I also tell you that pride is not made for men. Okay, but this damn Edomite promotes that pride amongst the people, amongst the women. That's why this place got to be destroyed. It's the most proudest nation. It's the most wicked. It pushes all of the philosophies out of it, the wine, as is written in the scriptures. All right, so covet this. It means having or showing a desire to possess something, typically something belonging to someone else, and that's what these people do. All right, they take from us. They use this. What? They're using usury. All right, you know, they're of course taxing us to death. All right, and doing things obviously that are against what we actually believe in. Okay, because we don't believe in a border wall against our own people. Okay, being that's gonna be the so-called Latin tribes, the Northern Kingdom tribes. All right, keeping out, you know, Issachar, Yashashkar, Zebulon. All right, so that is Issachar, so-called Mexicans, and you have I think you go into the tribe of Zebulon. I believe that's, if I'm not mistaken, Guatemala to Panama, but I have to go and check back on the tribe chart. They want to keep, of course, them out, all right, of the country, all right, because they, of course, see them as nothing but wicked. Okay, they enter the country, they don't pay taxes, they are rapists, they're murderers. All right, so that's why they want this. They're human trafficking. Okay, that's why they want this so-called wall. Because ultimately, they want to destroy you guys. All right, they want us to live in a police state. They want to kill off these Israelites. They want to, of course, and have people accept a R for the microchip, which is the mark of the beast. Okay, which is a wicked thought, which the Lord, of course, gave them as a prophecy to fulfill in order, of course, to destroy him. Okay, ultimately. So this is going to be the book of Nahum, chapter 3 and 1. It says, woe, meaning destruction to the bloody city. That's talking about Great Babylon. It is full of lies and robbery, and the prey departeth not. Right, we're the prey. Okay, they're the predators pursuing us. All right. It says here that I'm gonna skip down to verse 4. It says, because of the multitude of whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, that's America, all right, which ride upon a scarlet-colored beast, Revelation 17. It says, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth the nations through her whoredoms, and her families through her witchcrafts. You know, this whole place, you know, built on this witchcraft, Masonic. All right, all you have these so-called founding fathers of Freemasons. All right, high-level witches. Okay, warlocks. These Edomites, the Rothschilds, and the Rockefellers, and the DuPonts, all these different banking families. They're nothing but witches too. It says in the scriptures that suffer not a witch live. Okay, it says, behold, I am against thee, said the Yahweh of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, which is their sins, and the kingdoms thy shame. Which the Lord is showing them. All right, he's doing that. He's exposing all of the wickedness of this damn place day in and day out. All right, all these different articles. The Catholic Church, all right, is wicked. All right, they have it where I seen that article. They said something that like about 80% of all Catholic priests, all right, are gay or homosexual. Okay, they have that. The nuns, of course, as well. All right, they of course have been sexually abused. They do sexually abuse minors. Okay, which, you know, they of course introduce all types of wickedness to the children. Okay, they, you know, believe in sexual magic. Okay, homosexuality, having sex in the rectum, all type of wickedness. That's why this place has to go. You know, because they're nothing but hypocrites. They're actors, stage players. Okay, playing as seeming as if they're good, or Tawab, are the good people, but they're not. They're wicked. They're the wicked. Okay, this is gonna be here. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus and the Apocrypha, chapter 14 and 4. Apocrypha, part of original King James Bible, 1611 version. All right, authorized version. King James was a so-called black man or man of color. All right, I believe he's going to. He's a so-called Jew. All right, and not Slocky. It's not a so-called Jew. He actually is from the I believe the tribe of Judah. All right, or Yahweh in the Hebrew. Okay, and he of course had the Bible, all right, translated out of the Latin and the Greek, Hebrew, all right, into the English. It says, he that gathereth by defrauding his own soul gathereth for others, and that shall spend his goods riotously. All right, now who's doing all this gathering? All right, and who's defrauding? That's Esau, Edom. Okay, because he don't understand we're gonna take this kingdom and we're gonna receive everything back what he has taken. All right, it says marked by involving public disorder. All right, it says characterized by wild, uncontrolled behavior. That's what they have for here. They basically go here to troublesome. All right, which is gonna be troublesome for him, seeing that us receiving back this you know, the earth, all of the blessings that come with Aratazah. All right, and the earth being restored to being back a paradise, or Idan. All right, like Eden, Garden Eden, Idan. Okay, so reading on verse 5, it says, he that is evil to himself bring bad times unto himself. To whom will he be good? Yeah, you people think that because he has averted a government shutdown, it's going to actually bring form of relief because you can work and such. You don't know what that entails, okay? That they really have a plot, all right, agenda to achieve the New World Order to be achieved, okay? In which they want a RFID microchip, they want a social class system, they want to know everything, they want to know your whereabouts, they want to control your money, everything, all right? And you, okay? It says here that he shall take no pleasure in his goods. And I mean, you have it where they're not satisfied, okay, by all the goods they take. They want more and more. They're covetous, all right? And that's wicked. It says, there is none worse than he that envieth himself, and this is the recompense of his wickedness. It says, and if he doeth good, he doth it unwillingly, and at the last he will declare his wickedness, right? And you have it that the so-called white man, when he do the good to you people, he don't do it on purpose intentionally. He does it unwillingly, right? Meaning he's not ready. They have it. You have it here, prepared to do something. All right, from unwilling. All right. It's not his actual desire to of course help you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. Just like I said, he has a trick. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, trust him. All right, keep open the government. We want you to keep open the government, please. We beg to this devil, and he's gonna destroy you. All right, because he have you. Most of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans not worshiping your power. Got you worshiping all these false gods. Got you, of course, participating in idolatry, all these wicked customs, these pagan customs. Valentine's Day. You got these simps out here taking out these harlots, Zanayim, all right, these whores, okay? When they, of course, are nothing but wicked witches, all right, who must be destroyed. They're deceiving you. They take your money. They leave you. They commit adultery, okay? And, of course, you can't put them to death. You can't execute the law, statute, commandments, because you'll go to what? You'll go to jail, all right? For, of course, recompensing a woman for doing you wrong. Of course, a woman usurping authority over you. A woman, of course, is put up in a high place. You have it where they're even in these, Nancy Pelosi is the lead speaker of the House. That shouldn't even happen, but that's just all biblical. This is what Yahweh Shem Yashai wrote. What will happen and is happening. Okay, that's why the Bible is true. All right. So it says the envious man hath a wicked eye. He turneth away his face and despiseth men. All right. So he actually has you say a high disdain for you damn men, people. Ayashim. All right. Imyam. All right. People, men, women. Okay. It says a coveted man's eye is not satisfied with his portion. Okay, which he received the dual heaven. He has the blessing of having controlling the whole earth and all its resources, and he's still not satisfied. It says, in the iniquity of a wicked man drieth up his soul. All right, all of the amount of sin, multitudes of sin he does. All right. It says a wicked eye envious his bread. All right, and he is a niggar, a stingy motherfucker at his table. Okay, he don't want to give up nothing. You want a loaf? Okay, you want a piece of this crumb? No, you can't have that. You can't have that. All right, you have to, of course, get your own. And when you get your own, just know I want a portion of it. I want to tax you. I want your whole loaf. Okay, I want your whole check. Okay, this is what the damn wicked do. Okay, they do everything adverse to the law, statutes, commandments. And that's why they're gonna be destroyed. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai. It says, my son, according to thy. That's basically it right there. All right. Let me see. That's basically it. What I'm gonna bring up for the new. I'll come back and revisit this actual topic, because you have it where he's we're gonna see him actually declare this national emergency. Yahweh Ratzazah. All right, today. All right. So with that, I'm gonna say call Allah Yimla Yahweh Bashim Rashad Bashim Kakodash and double honor to those apostles at Great Millstone. Kaya Amath. All right. This Zah Amath, or this word is true. Kaya meaning for. Zah meaning this. Amath is truth. All right. Of course, peace and citation, all sincere Akim. All right. Well, of course, waking up to this truth, waking up to this devil who's your enemy. All right. That are gonna, of course, come out of this system and not take the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and not, of course, be a perpetual slave under this damn devil. Shalom.